Welcome to the DJN TV Chill Room Chat, your space to unwind and talk shop. This episode is sponsored by MadeByDJs.com, innovative tools designed specifically by DJs for DJs. DJEventPlanner.com, the industry standard for streamlining your business and booking faster. And DJRequests.com, the easiest way to manage your dance floor's vibe in real time. Support the show by using our Amazon affiliate link at djntv.com/Amazon. Now, let's get into the mix.
Hey, welcome to the Tuesday Night Music Show. Can you have too much music? Let's talk about it. I don't know. I kind of think not, but I think there is some discussion to have here about how you organize your music, and I've got some devil's advocate stuff that I'll throw out there too. Who would like to go first, Damon?
To me, no, you can never have too much music. Because you never know what you're going to run into.
Right.
If you play in a wide variety of events, you need to have music. You just can't have, 1,000 songs for every event.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to cut it. So
Right.
if you can walking into a Latin party, you need to have not necessarily a Latin crowd, but you walking into a party and all of a sudden there's a bunch of Latin music that needs to be played. You can be like, okay, cool. I
Right.
got it. Or you walking into a hip hop crowd, or better yet, let's say you walking into an event and you notice there's a lot more children there. So you need those clean versions of songs compared to just having the dirty versions.
Yeah.
So no, you can never have too much music.
I can't tell you how many times that I've had requests come in, either from a client or from a guest, the song I've never heard of.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it could be a new song, but it's usually like a 15-year-old song, and I've never heard it.
Yep.
And I have it.
Yeah.
Because I've subscribed to the music services for so long, and I don't really get rid of stuff. It's like, oh, this is cool. I actually have this, and I can play it. Does it justify 4 gigabytes of space in my machine? I don't know, but it's cool to be able to do that once in a while.
Yes.
Go ahead, Jay.
I was just thinking, I use external hard drives, and I know we're in a period now with AI and hard drives have become a lot more expensive. A year ago, I could have bought a 2 terabyte external for $120.
Yeah, it's higher than it used to be.
Oh, it is. It's gone up, and it's the whole AI concept of like they're
Data
eating through
farms
hard drives and data farms and all that. But relative to what things are, they're still not all that expensive. And I have older drives that have music and they're just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
So I've kind of always looked at it as I'm not spending a ton of money to carry this tiny little thing. I don't think I have one nearby, but it's relatively small.
Sure.
And I can take it to a gig, and what's the big deal? So I'm kind of with Damon. No, you can't have too much. And I've had probably 50 times that somebody has said, hey, do you have Waka Flocka this? And I'm like, never heard that song. I've never played that song. Type it in. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
So same as you. Music to me becomes a commodity that may or may not ever get spent.
Yeah.
But it's certainly something that you should have in your arsenal.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Yeah.
Yeah, you can trim it down and get rid of stuff. And I definitely need to go through. I have about 895 gigs that I carry with me.
Mm-hmm.
It's an excessive amount of music. And if I get rid of the duplicates, I'd probably drop 100 gigs right there.
At least.
But you know what? It doesn't hurt me to carry it. It doesn't add weight. It doesn't add volume. And I have it. So even though I have Tidal for streaming, it's nice to know that I'd rather not stream than stream.
Yeah, I mean,
because the internet could go down.
Here you go.
Oh, there you go. There we go.
This is a 4 terabyte.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is what, 2.5 by 2.5?
Yeah.
Right. It's nothing.
Yeah. like
Absolutely.
literally smaller than a pack of cigarettes,
Yeah.
and here you go.
Right.
The same amount of data that you could find in the Library of Congress.
Exactly.
So if you can have it and it might come up, and I know this is a younger DJ, older DJ thing about I only carry what I know I need. Well, that's until Dave Mustaine of Megadeth's daughter comes up and says, "Hey, my dad's here. Can you play a Tout Le Monde Train of Consequence by Megadeth?" And you go, "I've never heard of that. I don't know what it is. I don't have it." Oh, that's too bad. He was going to give you $10,000. Wait, what?
Because that's going to happen. Oh, yeah.
I've probably 6 or 7 times in my career had people come up and they think, you know, I'll get the DJ. I'll ask for like a Sex Pistols song
Yeah.
or
Stump the DJ.
yeah, stump
Uh-huh.
the DJ.
Get
And
that a
I've got
lot.
it. And I've probably gotten $100 each time
Yeah.
because I had it. And it
Yeah.
was like, dude, I did a wedding once for two sisters over 2 years. And the second one during dinner, the bride's like, I never told you. My husband, the lawyer, is super into Slayer. And I go, I got you. And I went
Yeah.
back and played like 3 or 4 or 2 Slayer tracks on piano and strings
Yeah.
during dinner
Right. The
that I
violin,
had
that stuff.
on my hard drive.
Yeah.
And the groom was thrilled. His friends were thrilled. The bride was thrilled. I mean, it all made up for what was a great event. That's the calculation that you have to have. Don't focus music on anything else. And I say the same to everybody. I don't hunt, but if I did and I only wanted to get one deer, I got to assume I'd bring more than one bullet.
Right.
Yep.
Well, I think where it gets weird, and I can see the point, is let's just say, for instance, you are the average 18-year-old and you decide to become a professional DJ, right? And somewhere along the line, they acquire a 4 terabyte hard drive full of music.
Nice. eBay, Craigslist, or
However,
Facebook
they got it
Marketplace?
from their uncle. Doesn't
Illegally.
matter
Okay,
where they got it.
illegally. Okay,
Yeah, it's not legal
stolen.
to do
Okay,
this.
stolen.
It's not
Stolen.
legal to do
Okay.
this, but that's what I'm not talking. I'm talking hypothetically here.
Are we stealing now? New video from me on YouTube, by the way, if you want to check it out.
Yeah, Jay's got that video.
Yeah, I got to
We
put that
stealing?
video up. Yep.
An 18-year-old today probably doesn't have the music knowledge that folks like us do.
They're
So they
still
don't
they're still
know
too
what's
new.
on the drive.
No.
And that's where I feel like there's an issue. And the way I can empathize with this, I'll just throw it out there. Well, I've been through it recently. I talked about it in a video I did recently where I was doing this party where it was a lot of Mexican folks there and they wanted Mexican music.
Yep.
I knew what I wanted to play, but I had done a Cinco de Mayo gig with my friend Art. And
Yep.
before that, and said, Art, man, you really played some bangers with that guy. Can I get a track list from that event? I want to see if I have some of these songs because I really want to play them. Well, cool, no problem. What does he do? He sends me a list of like 5,000 songs. That's not what I asked for. I
Right.
can't go through 5,000 songs and pick the bangers. And I was in a position where I needed the bangers. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
When it comes to that kind of stuff, I think I'd rather have less than more. I'd rather have the best of the best of the best instead of everything. Because if you need a great Celia Cruz song, you do not need the Celia Cruz discography that you have to go through and find it. Even
Nope.
try to figure it out. And it could be music of India or Nepal. It could be Romanian. It could be Polish. It could be anything. I mean, in a language you don't know how to speak, you can barely read or say, you have to find the great songs out of this huge barrel of songs. It would just, for me, be easier just to have 20, 30 amazing songs that I knew
Right.
would work. You know what I mean?
Well, but it's also a huge gap when you think about it. Like we did a show a couple weeks ago about, name, I think it was 5 songs from each decade
Uh-huh.
that you really like. Well, we could have done the same show and said, name 5 songs from each decade that you should have or you should play. So when you say bangers in, Latin music, well, I can give you a bunch right now, but maybe you might say back to me, oh, no, no, no. Where I am, Jay, those tracks aren't as popular as they might be in your region.
Right.
Yep.
And that's where it gets a little
Difference.
tricky. Damon is our techno Detroit wizard. He's going to have tracks in the, excuse me,
Bless you.
Bless
that
you,
was
Jay.
live.
Yeah. 2 times.
That wasn't.
Hit me one more time.
Like if I say to him like, hey, I need some techno tracks. I'm going to take what he gives me and play them. I'm not even going to vet them.
Right, but if he gives you 5,000, you're not going to know where to start.
Well, that's the problem, because then I'm going to be like, okay, I didn't need every Kevin Saunderson track. I didn't need
Exactly.
like the Belleville 3, there's a discography. Like, wait, what?
I mean,
Like,
Damon is not
but it
only
becomes an opinion at that point, doesn't it, Brian? Like you say
well,
to me,
yes
you're
and
into heavy
no.
metal, Jake. I need
We're talking
20 great heavy metal tracks. My version and John C's version and Damon's version and yours might be polar
well,
different.
that's okay because I have no point of reference. Let's just assume I have no point of reference to it.
Okay.
So, I mean, Damon's a B-52 super fan. Believe it or not, he loves B-52.
But yet we're both going to play Private Idaho and be super happy.
But let's pretend you never heard of him. And when you say Damon, I have some folks who like the B-52s. I need some help with this. No problem. And he sends you the B-52's discography.
Yeah. Now what
Now,
do you do?
you need what, 5, 6 B-52 songs that are gonna hit, right?
Oh yeah.
No,
Damon?
that's a warm up.
Well, you know what I mean. Look, you're gonna send me 20 that are really, really good.
You got to think this one through. No, I know it's a thing on Instagram, it's a thing on YouTube, it's a thing on TikTok. Like, you have too many songs, you need to streamline and have only these. Whenever I hear that, my fear becomes, if you go to a wedding in Milwaukee and Brian's your DJ and he plays these songs, then you come to California and I do the wedding and I play the same tracks, the experience isn't the same. And it looks like, oh, why am I paying money for DJs
just
when
becomes
all they play
homogenized.
the same thing?
It becomes homogenized.
It
But
completely becomes homogenized.
I mean, having said that, I think everyone in this room right now has a better than average handle on music, and we all have our own strengths.
Right.
Damon's going to know a hell of a lot more about techno and dance music than any of us are going to know. He's just going to. Jay's going to know more about metal.
Yep.
And I'm going to know more about just general weirdo pop music.
Prince.
Oh yeah, don't mess with me with that. So
George
we all have
Michael.
our strengths. I don't need to have that broken down for me. I know what to play. I can have
Captain
the whole discography
Beefheart.
and I know what to
Yeah.
grab. But yeah, there are some songs or some artists or some genres where it would be helpful because I mean, I'm not going into the gig saying, you know what? I am a trance music superstar. I'm the best trance DJ in town. I'm going into saying, you know what? It's not really my thing, but I got some cool ones. And if I have the best of the best, I can play them. It's like, okay, yeah, you're doing fine. This is good stuff.
I think before we started this, I mentioned the 64 box of crayons, and I don't even know if that's still a thing. But when I was growing up, crayons came in different sizes. You had like the 8-pack, the 16, the 24, the 64. 64 was the biggest box, had the sharpener, and had all these cool colors. You didn't even know what they were. Like, Caribbean brown and cyan and this and that. And it just meant you had more options to use when you created something. I always think that's something to aspire to have more options, to be more creative, because
I agree with you. Yes.
Yeah. I can't do my job if I don't have the option to pull from a bigger catalog.
But
So
you need to point a reference that the sky is blue and coloring a landscape.
It is. But if you come up to me and say, hey man, Bride, how are you? Good. My dad's super into 80s big hair metal.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, any DJ worth their salt could come up with 5 to 10 songs and dad's happy. I want to be the DJ that plays the tracks that I know dad's going to love,
Hmm.
but aren't going to be on every DJ's playlist. And I think it's
Sure.
part of what makes us artistic.
Yeah,
Because
no,
again,
I agree with you 100% on that.
yeah, same
But
paints, same paintbrush, different outcome.
I think a lot of it has to do with organizing music and just kind of knowing if you do actually know. This is the vital part. You need to know what the good tracks are and have them in a crate or a folder, a virtual crate or folder.
That's the biggest
Have
challenge I
access
think
to
we
it.
all face.
Yeah, I mean, and it never ends. I mean, we're
No,
always adding to crates
I have
discovering
75
new
Drake
music.
songs. I'm still like,
Oh,
okay, I can get away with these two.
yeah, it drives me nuts. Play Drake, what? Anything. It's like,
Well,
no,
dude, I got 75 of them.
no,
Which one?
all of them put me to sleep. Which one do you want to hear?
Yeah.
Because I'm not the
Which
guy.
Bad Bunny that starts slow, gets fast, gets slow and
Go,
fast
yeah.
again? Like I got 30 of
Hey,
those.
hey, which that
Yeah.
one? Oh, okay, sure, no problem.
And
But
again, it's not a slam on the artist, it's a slam on the fact that so much content is out now. If you haven't noticed, some of us are over 21 here.
couple, yeah.
We came into this when music was coming out on albums
Hmm.
with 7, maybe 8 songs. I mean, let's go back to the classics. Fleetwood Mac's Rumors is 32 minutes long.
Probably.
The first Van Halen album, I think it's under 35 minutes long. You weren't given a ton of product.
Right.
So if somebody said, hey man, mid 80s, play some Van Halen, you had 30 songs that they'd put out that you could draw from. You could fill space with that.
Yeah.
Now artists are putting out so much product so quickly that it's like, how
And
do you maintain without
a-
filling your hard drive
another
with the
conversation,
artist?
another conversation could be, hey, if you're a Van Halen fan, you obviously bought Van Halen 1 and you listen to it, so you know all those songs. Where today it's very single driven. So the single either hit or they didn't.
Right.
If you like the song, you grab the single and you add it to your whatever your thing is and you listen to it on your playlist. You don't grab the whole album and listen to the whole album as a piece of work. So even
Can I,
that concept's different.
well,
You
can I
still need to
interrupt and make
discuss the
one
best.
statement that changes the game completely? You're saying you grab that single, you do this, you do that. Let's insert one word that we're missing. Buy.
Well,
You
I know
buy
that you
that
want to talk about
single.
that, and let's do that on another show.
No.
We'll do it.
I'm not trying to guide over there. I'm just saying with the availability of music to DJs today,
Uh,
you have the availability of everything on any service. It's the when you came up where you had to buy it to have it, it changes the way you view the songs.
I think it does, but you
I do too.
hold it in your hand,
If
make
I said to you,
a
give
choice,
me the
all those
top
things.
5 Prince songs I should have, I would be willing to bet they wouldn't be the same as the most popular Prince songs. Right?
Well, maybe, maybe not. Depends. But I mean,
Few are going to cross over,
A
overlap
few.
with each other.
But Brian's going to think of it as a Prince fan who's into the artist and knows the catalog and go, you really need to have this song. I've never heard that, Brian. Oh no, this is a great song. And I would agree with him. But that's part of what being a DJ is educating the audience and saying, you guys want, Raspberry Beret and you want Dove's Cry, but I've got this song Cream, and I have this song Head, and I have this song Dirty Mind, and I have Erotic City. Try these. And suddenly the audience goes, I think the sad part, Brian, is today DJs don't make the audience understand new music the way they used to.
well, I don't see my job as making the audience understand anything anymore. I see my
It
job as
used, would you agree it
playing to the
used to
audience.
be? Right.
In certain environments, yes. There are other environments where I'm just there to serve the client. There are environments where I'm there to show them what's cool. That's a different environment. That's usually not my wedding reception. That's usually not my mobile gig. But if I'm
Right.
at, a bar or a club and I can kind of do whatever I want, I'm taking the evening a place, they trust me. Yeah, I can turn them on to some stuff maybe they're not hip on, or maybe a few people are in the room and they're going to respond so well to it that everyone's just going to follow them because people are kind of sheep that way. And
Right.
then that's going to be a jam. So that happens, but yeah, I don't know. It's to me, again, I know you can't have too much music. I agree with that
No,
100%. I'm not arguing that unless it's some really whack release that, I mean, look, Damon's a record collector. There are singles that you got in your record pool that never went anywhere. No one's ever going to want to hear them. What are you going to do with that? If you got a wall of those sitting there that no one wants to hear, including you, yeah, it's too much stuff. So
uh,
it just kind of is.
is it though, really? I
Yeah, it
mean,
is.
sometimes you're
I
given
can
the
make you, I'll
opportunity.
make you listen to an hour of that crap and you tell me,
No, and I understand that, but I think in general, if you're a working DJ today, you should have the hits, but you should also have the stuff that's maybe a little off to the side,
I think you should
just to
too.
make it interesting.
I think you should too. Just organize it right. And
Yeah,
the thing, what I was going to say, real quick before we wrap this question was posted online. And one of the responses suggested some kind of meta tool to organize this music for you. And I didn't comment on that. But I'm thinking to myself, doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose? I mean, shouldn't you, as the DJ, preview this stuff, get familiar with it,
100%,
Yes.
and put it where it belongs?
100%.
Know it, see what the crowd responses to it instead of some AI tool doing it for you?
No,
Okay, so I wasn't losing my mind when I had that thought. Good.
no.
Because I was like, why would
You know what AI is good at with music, and I've done it, is go to AI and say, I'm going to play a set with this song. What would be good songs to play around it? And AI will open your eyes to music that you may not be familiar with. If you give it the first song, it'll give you another 10 songs, and you can look at it and go, oh, I don't know. You know what? Yes,
Yeah,
I'm going to go buy these songs. I'm going to put together a little playlist. And now, when the moment comes up that I play this song, I have some suggestions based on
yeah.
what's popular around it. And I think that's a great learning tool. Don't let AI do your job.
No,
Let AI enhance what you do by educating you in realms of music you may not be an expert in. That's all.
Mm. Well, good show, guys. Any
Yeah.
last parting words? Just peace out. All right, we'll just do that. We'll peace
Keep
out.
one fist in the gold, one foot in the gutter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, cool, man. I don't know. Do what you got to do. Just some ideas from some old guys for you tonight. We'll see you next time. Good night.